Every photo you've ever edited falls under one of two categories: photo enhancement or photo manipulation, and not many people know the difference between the both of them. Well, let's go back to where photo editing began, long before Photoshop, long before computers, over 150 years ago. Photo editing is almost as old as photography itself. The first ever recorded photo editing was done sometime in 1857 by Oscar Reglander. He created a photo called The Two Ways of Life by combining over 30 different negatives to form one image. What was his intention? To create a dramatic artistic scene that couldn't be captured in a single shot. That was photo manipulation long before computers even existed. Sometime later in 1860, during the American Civil War, a famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln was created using his head placed on another politician's body. Why? To make him appear stronger and more presidential. Editing was already used to shape perception. Around the same time, photographers were using techniques like dodging and burning in darkrooms to enhance images. Their intentions were clear: to improve clarity and contrast of those images. That was enhancement, improving what was already there. Now fast forward to the digital era of computers. Some years before Photoshop, one of the earliest digital editing systems was Quantel Paint Box in the late 1970s. It was used by TV stations to digitally manipulate broadcast images, although it was very expensive. Then, in 1990, everything changed. Adobe Photoshop was officially released, and anyone with a computer could easily edit, enhance, manipulate images. From then to date came other editing tools like GIMP, Adobe Lightroom, Photopea, and editing became easy and accessible to everyone. Now back to the two main types of photo editing. Here is what they are and the concepts behind each of them. Photo enhancement improves on what already exists. Some examples of photo enhancement include fixing exposure, adjusting colors, natural skin retouching and minor blemish removal, sharpening, and color correction. These are done with the purpose of making the photo look better without necessarily changing reality. Basically, if the person or subject or the image remains truthful, then that is enhancement. Photo manipulation changes reality. It either removes from, adds to, or completely changes what was once there. Some examples of photo manipulation include adding or removing people from a frame, changing background, swapping face or head, changing body shape, compositing multiple images, creating fantasy scenes as in movie posters, changing text on paper documents, and so on. The purpose of this type of photo editing is to create something that was never there. Note, if you alter the truth of an image, it is manipulation, and you are therefore a manipulator.
Manipulator of manipulation.
Photo manipulation doesn't just create art. It can also destroy credibility. Here's an example of what can happen to a photo manipulator like you.
You're under arrest.
In 2003, during the Iraq War, a photojournalist named Brian Walski digitally combined two separate war photos into one dramatic image. He adjusted the positions of soldiers and civilians to create a more powerful composition. The problem wasn't initially that he did some manipulative editing to the image. The problem was that he presented it as the real untouched version of what was covered to be used as news photograph. Later on, when the manipulation was discovered, he was immediately fired from the Los Angeles Times, and that tainted his reputation in the field of photojournalism forever. And that's the difference. In fields like journalism or law, photo enhancement is allowed, but photo manipulation not allowed. So to be clear, the purpose of this video isn't to criticize any of the photo editing technique. Both are powerful, both are valid, and both have their place. The goal here is to help you understand the difference between the both of them, where they apply and where they don't. Because depending on your field, whether it's journalism, law, art, branding, or advertisement, the line between photo enhancement and photo manipulation can carry severe consequences. As we saw with Brian Walski, one manipulation can cost more than just one photo. It can cost credibility and even your career. So the next time you are editing, be intentional. Know which branch you are operating in and make sure it aligns with the rules and ethics of your profession. That awareness alone makes you a more responsible and professional editor. Now, if you have watched my recent mobile Photopea tests videos, you should have seen examples of these two techniques in application. In this channel, I post videos on anything photo editing and document editing. If you would like to know the 3 best alternative tools to Adobe Photoshop for photo editing, check out this video right here.